Hey, well, welcome to Getting Blown Up in Space in EVE Online. This is Planethead. Finally back to my home station, my house, and let's see here. Oh, I'm learning a few things about OBS right now. Hopefully that works. And fight seems to be working good. So, sorry, I finally got my second monitor going. I'm just trying to get things set up here. Um, doesn't seem to be working right. There's that. Okay. So I need to remove that out. I'm still learning this stuff, getting a little better at it. Remove out the video capture. And I'm gonna try to add in a video capture device so you can see my ugly face. There I am, right there. Let's get this added in. Ah! That is way too big. Let's see where I have not combed my hair today. Good. Let's make this a little bit smaller, just so I'm not as ugly on your screen. There we go. So I've been flying around in my little Thrasher here. Hopefully you can see it there. And got it built up using, I think in my last video I showed where I'm just using some junk parts that I have been scavenging around recently. And just had dropped to me on my daily rewards my next ship that I'm going to start working on doing. It's going to be the Stabber. It's going to be my first cruiser that I'm using in this account. I remember, wow, long time ago, the last time when I first started playing, the first time I tried playing the game, I spent a bunch of time building a Stabber, and I remember going out to Lowsec for the first time in a junk ship and not knowing what I was doing, not even knowing that I was in danger, and flew out there and got blown up in an asteroid belt with it, and then decided I was going to go try and get my parts back, thinking it was similar to other MMOs, and didn't realize that going back out there I would just get blown up again. So that'll be fun. But what I wanted to show here real quick before I get started playing is, so one thing I've tried to stay away from is mining in EVE. There's nothing wrong with mining, it's just I don't want to do that again. And living out here in low sec, I try to build my own stuff. Well, how do you do that if you don't have any ore? Well, one of the things is obviously you're going to melt down the stuff that you get that you're not going to use. A big one that I actually melt down here, and let's see if I can find them here. There they are. Randomly, and these are pretty expensive. You can sell them on the market, but I actually melt them down because it gives me all the stuff to make my ships. The warp disruption field generators that drop sometimes. As you can tell, 3 of these are worth 600 million. But if I were to, and I'll show you here, if I want to build this Stabber, a cruiser, not a large ship, but larger than a frigate, you would think that I'd have to have a lot of ore, things like that. And so this would be the regular build of it. And you notice I'm short on titanium, and pyrite, and zydrine, and megasite. Megasite's a little bit tough to come across, especially in high sec, unless you go and buy it. But if you go and melt down the, where is it? You know, you're going to be laughing at me because I just had it up. There they are. If I melt down these field generators, they actually give me almost all of the items, if not all of the items, that I need to build ships. See how it gives me for every type of mineral. So I'm going to reprocess 3 of these. Okay. And by reprocessing those, I'm going to go back over and reset the sucker. Good. And then got my blueprint copy here, and I'm going to use it. Remember how I was short on minerals before by a lot? I just got a bunch more here. So I might not have enough to do it just yet, but that's going to be my goal. I'm going to melt down the other ones that I have here. I currently need about 130 more megasite, about 800 more Zydrine, and the other ones I can come across pretty easily. So let's see how much I can get. I'm going to melt down some more field generators. I'm going to look here and see, is there anything here that I'm not going to use? I'm not going to be using these large guns anytime soon. I'm not going to be flying any battleships, so I'm going to melt those down. And I'm just trying to look here real quick. I don't really use any of those. Good. There's other stuff here I don't use, but every once in a while you want to hold on to it because you might want to try them out. I never really use any type of structure repairs. I'll just get that healed in station. So, and I'm not going to be using any large ammo anytime soon. That's one nice thing, is once you get a destroyer up where it can kill a clone soldier, it can also kill battleships, which will give you larger items to reprocess down, which makes it easier to build big stuff. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and reprocess this, see how I'm getting all this. And I still have a lot of megasite that I got to get. So, but I'm going to see what happens here, see how close I am. So I'll swing back over here and take a look at how much more do I have to do for this stabber. Use the blueprint. There we go. So now I need about 80 more, 90 more megasite and some more Zydrine, and I can always get more titanium and more pyrite. So that is my current long-term goal, or medium-term goal, is to get enough to build my first cruiser. I don't have any skills built up for it yet, so trying to think a little bit ahead. I have some skills in queue right now, but I do want to maybe get a little Minmatar cruiser action going on here. So good. Where are you? See, I've got my destroyer and set up for to be. Here we are, cruiser. There you are. So buy and train, just so I can get it to level 1. So whenever I want to fly it for the first time, I can. The other ones I'll want to skill into are medium guns, which I don't have any. I've just been flying destroyers and frigates, so that's something I'll have to skill into. But yeah, so that's ready to roll. Then 8 hours more, I'll have the small projectile turrets at level 5. CPU is only a day and a half away, so that'll help me out a lot. And then last but not least, Minmatar frigate is sitting in there, so I'll be able to fly maybe some Tech 2 frigates here fairly soon. So got my Thrasher ready to roll. I've upgraded just barely a little bit, made my guns a little bit better. I've scavenged a few more, so still rolling with that. I'm gonna go out and see if I can find any clone soldiers. I got nobody on local, so maybe I'll get a little bit lucky here. Thank you, Taco Bell, for sponsoring my video. Actually, just giving me a soda. This is hopefully my last soda for a while, because I'm going to be trying to cut back on that a lot going forward. So let's see here. Got some areas here. Now, ooh, let's see here. I got some Spotamine out there. What else is in there? Crokite. Yeah, it's so tempting to go out there and try and mine that, but I told myself I'm not going to mine it. And it's a nice little site here that, just see what's out here.
Warp drive active.
The nice thing about being in low sec is you'll get better mining areas out here. If you do want to live out here and do a little bit of stealthy miney stuff, just to give you an example. Good. Got anything out here? Let's go. Yeah, there's some dark ochre. Show you what you can get off of that out here. Dark ochre. will give you some Noxium, which is a little bit tough to get a hold of. Ochre, that's funny. I guess it is ochre. Okay. Spodumene is a huge one out in Nullsec that people like. Crocite is another one. Let's see what that can give me. That would give me my Zydrian. But if you notice, none of these have Megasite. That would be in lower areas than this. So it's still a little bit tough to get a hold of. So I am just going to see if I've got... See if I can just show you how well this little ship of mine is doing right now. It's not super powered, but it can kill things. I am noticing my fit is actually off. I should actually update that. That was dumb of me, because I have it where I was trying to sneakily grab somebody the other day. So we got that. I should be fine. Just to show you. Now, my range on these guns are optimal range of 8,000 meters. So since I have my afterburner on, I'm going to try to orbit him at 7,000 meters. Getting close. As soon as I get within 18 kilometers, really 20, I think it's 18, okay, 18 kilometers, I can actually start hitting him. I do have some light missiles on this one. Nothing special going on there. They're just a little bit of extra damage that I'll use if I'm going after a clone soldier. If you watch my previous videos, it would take quite a while for me to actually take these guys down. But not anymore. I just melted a cruiser. So, good. But again, this fit is not correct for what I'm trying to do right now. I mean, yeah, I can kill cruisers pretty easily, but my money making is on clone soldiers and battleships. So I am going to go dock back up here real quick. Going to try probably even later on tonight another video. I've built a small frigate, and I want to try to fly out into low seconds, see how long I can live. So I'm just going to throw in some junk stuff. And just have a little bit of fun that way. I do need to get my 3 more kills for my skill points for the day. It's always nice to have that little bonus. I like to save those up for emergencies if I need a skill right away. I actually use this, the skilling spree bonuses for my hauling character. I'll show you them in a very soon future video. I don't skill them up at all. I just use the skill points from this to give them basic skills so I can haul things around. Just show you real quick. Again, all of the stuff that I have on this ship is stuff that I've scavenged off of other ships. I haven't built anything here, which is really fairly easy to do when you're just flying a destroyer. Then I'm trying to save up my medium weapons that I'm scavenging, so whenever I do get that stabber ready to go, I can use that. So, here we go. And let's get these warp scramblers and disruptors off of there. And do need a little bit of damage control. Whoop, that is a large one. Don't want that. That's good. And a target painter. Why not? I'm not checking to see which is better. I'm not too worried about that here. If I wanted to compare, I've set up some filters over here to show what all the items that are medium level, which makes it a lot easier to try to figure out what your fit's going to be. These are all items that are medium fit area, so I don't have to scroll through everything. Ooh, that's a nice one that I could melt down. Cool. So let's just go back out. I'm going to run through this set of asteroid belts. And yeah, Mountain Dew keeps me awake. I got to try to stay up tonight and tomorrow night and get back. If you watched before, I've been away a little bit. on a business trip, working days. I normally work the night shifts, but I was away for the last 3 weeks, and I have to get back to my old shift. So I'm
Warp
going to try to
drive
stay up the next
active.
2 nights, which means I'll probably be on playing some video, playing some Eve, and maybe recording a lot over the next 2 nights. Got my dog back, so I'm happy about that. And hopefully I can show you guys. I don't know if there's going to be a clone soldier out here. Oh, that was dumb of me. I literally just left this system, or this asteroid belt, a little while ago. Asteroid belt number 3. I'll just run through these. If I don't find a clone soldier, I'll go ahead and end the video. I just want to show you. I'm not sure if I've actually shown killing a clone soldier. I might have, but it's one thing I do want to make sure of going in against them is that I'm fully outfitted. I like killing destroyers because they give me a chance to get to scavenge more guns to use. So, but yeah, see how I'm just melting these guys now, whereas before it was taking me a while. I can literally just get these guys real quick. Go check to see what they've got. Still keep an eye on local, make sure nobody comes by. I like this system I'm in. It's very rarely camped. There are some people that use it for jumping in and out of low sec. It's also a nice transit area, but nobody seems to want to sit here for long periods of time. So you can just kind of keep an eye out, and nobody really camps in here. So okay, nothing there. That is 3. Let's just go down to 4.
Warp drive active.
Do love the new graphics on this. Ah, maybe some more here that I might be able to get a gun off of. Well, they are far away. This is going to take a little bit. Good. Let's reload everything while we're flying in close. I'm going to move this one over just a little. One thing I've been trying to work on more is hotkeying. I'll show you here. Rather than clicking and firing, if I hotkey each one of these, if you notice I'm hitting F1, F2, and F3, F1, F2, F3, F4, those are the different hotkeys that you have for firing each area. It can save you a little bit of time. I'm thinking once I do get back into PvP, I really need to work on doing that more. Because anytime you can increase the amount of damage per second that you're doing is always a good thing. So, just got to get used to it. That's one thing, is to always practice. Good. Do F4. See how these guys, I'm not clicking on anything, it's just automatically coming up. Awesome. There we go. Fingers crossed. I'd like to get some more guns, maybe upgrade to some better artillery. I do like my scout artillery. I'd like to get to some more 2800 artillery, or 28 millimeter, 280 millimeter artillery. Does a little bit more damage. Doesn't have as much space to use ammo, but it does do more damage, which I'm really happy about. And don't worry, someday down the road I will actually upgrade and use faction ammo and faction weapons and tier 2, but this is just kind of fun to scavenge this stuff. You're always, then looting things becomes more interesting. And when you lose stuff, you're not so upset, because you probably have about 15 more Malkoth rocket launchers. You don't have to run back to cheat or anything. You're not killing yourself to try to make a new ship. There we go. Ooh, there we go. There's another pitfall. There's some more mega site. Perfect. That is fantastic. So I'm just a little bit closer to my stabber.
Warp drive active.
Stabbers, I've read up a little bit on them ever since I used to play with one. A lot of people don't use them anymore. They're kind of a all-around ship. They do everything somewhat well. And one pitfall you can run into with Eve is that being able to do things kind of good and everything is not actually a lot of the times a good thing. A lot of times you want to take a ship and do what it does best, especially when you're first starting out. Boy, these guys are ways away. I don't know why I'm warping in so far away. It's so weird. I'll get to them real quick. I'm having some good luck with what I'm scavenging tonight. I'm very happy about that. The field generator, that's another probably 20 megasite I can jump in. Alrighty, so control and target if you hold down the control button and then target them. And then F1, F2, F3, F4. Boom, dead. 2, F3, F4, F1. And then I'll target him. Let's range him out. Okay, F1, F2. And he melts. Not too worried about this cruiser, so all I'm going to do, I'll kick that on. The more videos I watch, the more I notice that a lot of PvPers have their hotkeys set up. Having this set up the right way too is good for overheating. There's certain, I don't use it a whole lot, but down the road I will. Overheating, if you've never done it before, is where you overheat your equipment to get more damage. It does do damage to your ship, but you can always heal that, and it might put you over the edge on being able to defeat somebody else. So, just out of range of this guy while I'm trying to pick this stuff up, but it doesn't really matter to me a whole lot. I'm more interested in what I can get off of these. It's funny, I want the frigate stuff more so than I do the cruiser stuff. You would think it would be the opposite. This is a battle cruiser, so let's might be able to get something nice off of him. And we will target him in. Oh, I gotta be within 31. Maybe I should work on my targeting skill. There we go. Good. Gotta get within 18. I'll start pinging away at it. And we'll go right down the line. F1, F2, F3, F4. Turn that off. It's another one. Anybody who watched my early videos where I was flying around in the Mars ships, one of the major bonuses with flying a Minmatar ship is, the major bonus for an Mars ship is that you don't have to have ammo. Whereas with Minmatar ships, they focus mainly on ballistic weaponry. And so you have to have the ammo for it. But the Mars ships, since they fire lasers, they take away from your capacitor. Whereas the Minmatar ballistic weaponry does not use capacitor. So you can actually use that toward either shield or armor repair. If I'm not mistaken, I think, and I might be wrong with this, but off the top of my head, I think Minmatar ships are usually focused more on shield repair. One thing to look at when you're doing this is when you're fitting, is how many slots you have to fill in. With a destroyer, it's a glass cannon. It's got all these guns on it. Doesn't have that much room. Oh, while I was looking around there, somebody just warped in. So let's location safe one. I've got 3 safe spots in this system.
Warp drive active.
It's just a random spot. Actually, it's not random. But 3 spots in the system that I can warp around in to check around everything that's around me. Just going to see if it's a big system, so I like to be able to move around. Don't see anybody on D-scan right now. Reload all of our ammo. It's kind of funny, I just realized how much... Oh, he left, good. How much more relaxed I am now just flying out here. Anybody who's ever interested in flying in low-sec, it's just like anywhere else in the game. But the more you do it, the more comfortable you feel. I'm sure that, like, whenever I get into PvP, I think of it back whenever I used to play poker for the first time. I was scared to death. I was afraid that people were reading my facial impressions, or things like that. They weren't. It was very low level, but I'd seen all the TV shows. Same thing with Eve. The more you do stuff, the more comfortable you'll feel. I remember the first couple times I tried to warp in and fight somebody in PvP, my heart was pounding. Now I feel a lot more comfortable. You still get the little jump. You're still scared because you don't know what you're going to run into sometimes. All I'm doing here is I want to check the last couple of asteroid belts.
Warp drive active.
I think I've got 2 or 3 more. I can't remember. What I'll do is if I have to warp out of an asteroid belt, and I can't remember which one I'm in, I'll just go from the opposite side. I'll go start from the top down, and then I'll go bottom up. Okay, these guys are close to me, so... Look at these guys. Good. Fingers crossed, we want some more guns. Oh, so what I was working on saying before that guy warped into the system, when you're looking at fitting a ship, general rule of thumb, when you're trying to figure out if you want to be armor tanked or shield tanked, or armor tanked or shield tanked, it's actually opposite. Most of your shield, and this is just recently what I've read on, most of your shield equipment goes in the middle slots, where most of your armor equipment goes in your low slots. So if you have more shield slots, a lot of times you want to throw shield boosters, shield amplifiers into there, and then focus on your damage dealing with your low slots. The exact opposite is if you have more low slots, you might want to do more armor tanking. So really good, simple rule of thumb. Obviously, it's not 100% foolproof, especially if you want to try different things out. But that is just one way for basic fitting that I've learned recently. I'm not the best fitter in the world. It is kind of nice to be out here scavenging because you can only fit what you have. You don't have to, buy 15,000 things on the at a marketplace. It's kind of similar, like you go into a Home Depot to work on maybe your bathroom or something. I'm currently doing my bathroom, but you don't know what to buy. Versus if you just went to Walmart and they only had one water spigot. Okay, that's all you can buy. That's all I'm doing right now. It's teaching me the basics. So I'm just try 2 more asteroid belts here. Doesn't look like I got anything. Good. Boy, I love having this extra monitor. Yep, and there's the wrecks I did. So unfortunately, no clone soldiers in this system. Maybe later on tonight, if I run across one, I will go ahead and try to record that. I'll just go ahead and dock up here, drop off the stuff I've gotten.
Warp drive active.
Hoping to get a lot more videos out here soon. I've got some ideas. I want to do some. I'm building also a cheap frigate right now that I'm going to take an excursion out to Nullsec, see how long I can go without dying. I'm trying to decide, do I want to go out there and try to scan down, probe down some sites and do some exploring, or do I want to try to get in fights while I'm out there? I mean, obviously, if I get in fights out there, I'm
Docking
going to
permission
die,
requested.
but it would be kind of cool.
Docking request accepted.
You never know. So, just to give you an idea here. Good. Hey, I got a mail. Hey, it's work saying there's overtime. No. I had too much to do at home. But, let's see here. Want to show you the nice part about where I'm at right now is, and again, you'll see me go to this all the time. It's Eve Online, Dotland Eve Maps. It's a third-party site. I always like to tell people about it. It's one of the big things that you learn from. And if you're trying to get, it has a listing of all the regions, but then you've got this large map here. I'm currently in Malden Heath right now, so we'll bring that up. Malden Heath is a very quiet region. There's some high-sec areas out here. There's an island of high-sec, which I used to live in years ago, but you have to go through low-sec to get there. Rarely, so this is kind of nice because there's usually more experienced players out in this area. But the neat thing here is there are two separate jumps into regions that are nullsec. This one up here, which jumps you into Ethereum Reach, which is held by Rect and Slice. They are part of Pandemic Horde, and I think somebody else. Maybe it's all that. But it's pretty cool because this whole area, if you don't know about nullsec, it's player owned. This is all controlled by players. And a lot of times I would be jumping in from right here. A lot of times they will gate camp where you're jumping in from, so I could instantaneously die right there. But if not, I can just run around here and maybe get chased down. The other one that I can go to is the Great Wildlands, which is down here. It's not very far away from me. This is all nullsec as well, but it's owned by the Thucker tribe, which is an NPC group. So nobody can own these systems, but they can definitely live there, put their citadels up. And as you can tell, there's very few NPC stations out here. So once you get out here, you're kind of on your own. That's kind of where I want to shoot for too. It'd be kind of neat to get out there and mess around. If I remember correctly, and I think I might shoot for it, I think months ago I saw a video of a guy who was setting up their own kind of open stations area in this area of the Great Wildlands, where you can actually dock up and free trade is going on there. I don't know if it's still there. So rather than try and find that video, maybe my next one is to try to get there, which would be kind of neat to see if I can track that down. So I might just do that. Maybe even later on tonight. I'm always looking for something different, but I am in station now, and I'm going to go ahead and end the video because I'm going to grab something to drink, and then I'm going to start building this frigate and maybe get out of here. So, hey, I will talk to you guys soon. Fly dangerously or safe or however you want to do it, and have fun. Bye-bye.